Hello everyone, welcome back to All PC Geek. I hope you're doing well. In today's video, I'll be showing you step by step how to install the full Android 16 operating system on your Windows PC. This is not an emulator or Windows subsystem. It's a complete Android operating system running on your computer. Once the installation is complete, you'll be able to sign in with your Google account, access the Google Play Store, download and install Android apps and games, and use Android just like you would on your real Android device. I'll also show you how to navigate the system, adjust basic settings, and explain what this full Android OS can and cannot do on a Windows PC. So make sure you follow each step carefully, and let's get started. Now, press the Windows key on your keyboard and search for Windows features. When it appears, double-click on it to open. Next, scroll down until you find Virtual Machine Platform. Check the box to enable it, then click OK. Windows will now search for and install the required files. Once the process is complete, restart your PC to apply the changes. First, open your Chrome browser, or any browser you prefer. In the search bar, type Android Studio Download and press Enter. Once the page loads, click on the first link. This is the official Android developer website. When the site opens, scroll down until you see the Windows installer version, such as Android Studio 2025.2.2.8-Windows. Click on it to start downloading. The file size is about 1.5 gigabytes, so it may take some time depending on your internet speed. Once the download is finished, open Windows File Explorer, go to your Downloads folder, and locate the Android Studio installer. Right-click on it and select Run as Administrator. When the installer opens, click Next. Here, uncheck Android Virtual Device. We can install it later if needed. Then click Next again. You can choose whether or not to create a desktop shortcut. Click Install to begin the installation. The installation will take a few minutes, so please be patient. Once it's complete, click Next, then Finish. Android Studio will launch automatically. On the welcome screen, click Don't Send when asked about usage data. You may see a message saying there is no SDK installed. That's normal for a fresh installation. Click Next to begin downloading the Android SDK and required components. Click Next a few more times. Accept all the license agreements and then click Next again. Android Studio will now download and unpack the SDK components. This can take some time. If the download fails due to a weak or unstable internet connection, don't worry. You can cancel and continue manually in the next step. If your SDK downloads successfully, you can skip the next part. Now click More Actions at the bottom of the welcome screen and select SDK Manager. On the SDK Platforms tab, if your PC is powerful, you can select the latest version like Android 16.0, but if you're using a low-end PC, I recommend selecting Android 11.0 or Android 10.0 so the emulator runs more smoothly without lag. Next, switch to the SDK Tools tab. Make sure you check Android SDK Build Tools, Android Emulator, Android SDK Platform Tools. After selecting them, click Apply, then click OK to start downloading. This may take some time depending on your internet speed, so be patient. Once everything is installed, click Finish. Now let's move to the next step. Click on More Actions, then select Virtual Device Manager. At the top left corner, click the plus icon to create a new virtual device. Here you can choose different device categories such as Phone, Tablet, Wear, OS Desktop, TV, Automotive, XR. In this tutorial, I'll create a tablet. Click on Tablet, then select Pixel Tablet. Under API level, choose Android 16.0 if your PC has good performance, or Android 10.0 if you are using a low-end PC. Make sure under Services you choose a Google Play system image, specifically Google Play Intel x86_64 Atom system image. Click Next, then go to Additional Settings. You can leave most settings as default. For better performance, you can set CPU cores to 4, set RAM to 4 GB if your PC can handle it. Then click Finish to start downloading the system image. Again, this may take a while depending on your internet speed. Once installation is complete, you'll see Android 16.0 listed. Click the play button on the right side, next to the 3 dots, to launch the emulator. After it boots up, open the Play Store. Sign in with your Google account. If you don't have one, you can create a new account, just like you would on a normal Android phone. After signing into the Play Store, you can download apps such as YouTube, Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, Telegram, games, productivity apps. Testing apps for development. You can watch YouTube videos, stream content, browse the internet using Chrome, install and test applications, and even play supported Android games. This virtual device works almost like a real Android device, and it is especially useful for app developers testing applications, content creators demonstrating Android apps, users who want Android apps on their PC testing compatibility before installing apps on a real device. However, keep in mind, performance depends on your PC specifications. Low-end PCs should use Android 10 or 11 for smoother performance. Heavy games may lag if your RAM or CPU is limited. Virtualization must be enabled in BIOS for best performance. If the emulator runs slowly, you can reduce RAM allocation or choose a lower Android version. And that's it. Now you have a fully working Android virtual device running directly on your PC. This method allows you to create different Android devices like phones, tablets, Wear OS, TV, and more, depending on your needs. Whether you're a developer testing apps, a student learning Android, or just someone who wants to experience Android on a bigger screen, this setup gives you full flexibility. Remember, choose the right Android version based on your PC performance. Allocate RAM wisely. Keep your SDK tools updated for better stability. If this tutorial helped you, please like the video, subscribe to All PC Geek, and share it with others who may find it useful. If you have any questions or face any issues while creating your virtual device, drop a comment below. I'm always here to help. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.